Hi there, Mr. Logue. Time for maths. Today, as you will see, our learning objective is to solve proportion word problems. Please can you write that into your yellow maths book, including today's short date. If you are doing this on Monday, that should be 23.03.20. However, if you're doing it on a different day, just pop a different date in there. As you can see today, when we solve these word problems, our steps to success are using bar models to represent each of those problems, using our formal written methods for addition, subtraction, multiplication or division when necessary, and remembering some of the answers will need us to include the unit of measurement. If it's about kilograms, the answer will quite probably need you to put kg after to show it is kilograms. Right, okay, are you ready to start? Let's have a look at our first word problem. A building is 5 times as tall as a tree. The total height of the building and the tree together is 192 meters. How tall is the building? If you'd like to have a go at that now, pause the video at this point. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch to the visualizer, and I'm going to start off by talking through how we can draw a bar model for this question. So pause now if you want to have a go. If you want to see the bar model being drawn up, keep watching for the moment. Okay, so in the word problem, it said that a building was 5 times as tall as a tree. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to abbreviate building, and I'm just going to put a B for that. Then I'm going to put a T for the tree. Now, when it says it is 5 times as tall, that means that for every 1 meter the tree has, the building has 5. For every 1 meter the building has, the tree has, the building has 5. Okay. So when we draw our bar model, the building will have 5 parts. And the tree will have 1 part. The total height of the tree and the building together is 192 meters. So that's the total height. That's this plus this. This plus this equals this. So we can now work out how many meters go into each part of here by dividing the total by the amount of parts. As you can see, we've got 5 here, 1, 2, 4, 5, and we've got 1 here. So that makes 5 plus 1 is 6. So our calculation is going to be 192 divided by 6. Let's do that calculation here. Which times table will help us dividing by 6? Of course, it will be the 6 times table. Let's use our short division algorithm. 6 into 1 we can't do, so we have to move that 1 along here next to the 9. Now we've got 6 is in 19. Well, 6 times 3 is 18, so we might be able to get 3 in there. 6 times 3 is 18, so there's 1 left over. Let's put that next to the 2. And 6 times 2 is 12, so 12 divided by 6 must be 2. So we have 32. And what that shows us, because we've divided it by the 6 parts, is that in each one of these are 32 meters. Let's go back to the question though, because the question was asking us how tall is the building. So we can see here the tree is 32 metres, but the building is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots of 32. There are two ways we can do this now. We can either do 32 multiplied by 5, or we could do the total height, that's 192, subtracting the tree, which is 32. Five times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15, plus that 1, 16. So this is calculated the tree as 32 and the building as 160. Let's just double check it using our subtraction method. 2 subtract 2 is 0. 9 subtract 3 is 6. Nothing taken away from the 1. 160. So the building is 160 meters. Did you get that one right? Well done if you did. Let's move on to question number 2. Fiona has 3 times as many Pokemon cards as Sarah has. Altogether, they have 792 cards. How many Pokemon cards does Fiona have? Right, so let's think about our bar model first. Fiona has 3 times as many Pokemon cards as Sarah has. So that means for every 3 cards Fiona has, Sarah has 1. Sarah has 1 card for every 3 Fiona has. So Fiona has 3 cards for every 1 that Sarah has. The total number of cards was 792. Let's count the parts that we're sharing the 792 cards by. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. We're going to share the 792 between those 4 parts. Again, let's start with the short division algorithm. Fours into 7, you can get 1. 1 times 4 is 4, so there's 3 left over. 4s into 39 goes 9 times, because 4 times 9 is 36, so that means there's 3 left over. 4s into 32 goes 8 times. What that means is that we now know that Sarah has 198 Pokemon cards, and Fiona has 3 lots of 198 Pokemon cards. As before, there are 2 ways we can solve the next step. We could do 198 multiplied by 1, 2, 3. And we can also do 792 subtract the 198 of those cards that belong to Sarah. I will just do the subtraction one this time. 792 subtract 198. 2 take away 8 we can't do, so let's go next door. 12 take away 8 is 4. Now we can't take 9 away from 8, so again, go next door. 18 take away 9 is 9. 6 take away 1 is 5. 594. Fiona has 594 Pokemon cards. Did you get that one right? Well done if you did. Let's move on now to question 4. A blue whale is 4 times the mass of a grey whale. Altogether, they weigh 225 tons. What is the mass of the blue whale? If you want to have a go at this now, because you're getting the hang of it, pause the video and have a go. I will switch back to the visualizer and we will do the bar model together. A blue whale is 4 times the mass of a grey whale. Blue whale, grey whale, BWGW. The blue whale is 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4 the mass of the grey whale. There's 1. Altogether, they weigh 225 tons. So 225 shared between these parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. 225 divided by 5. 5 into 2, can't do, so move that 2 along. 5 into 22 times, because 4 times 5 is 20. So that means we have 2 left over, move that along the line. 5 times 5 is 25, so 25 divided by 5 must be 5. And there we can see, we now know that that grey whale weighs 45 tons. Might not seem much compared to the blue whale, but I'm sure I wouldn't want to be underneath it if it ever landed on top of me. And in those parts go 45 each. 2 methods to do it again. 45 times 4 will give you the blue whale, but also 225 take away 45, which is the grey whale, will also give you the blue whale. 5 take away 5 is 0. Can't take 4 away from 2, so we'll have to do a bit of exchanging. There we go. 12 take away 4 is 8, and 1 taking away nothing is 180. So the blue whale is a whopping 180 tons. On to the last question. Elsa cuts a 602 metre length of wire into 3 parts. The first part is twice as long as the second part, and the second part is twice as long as the third part. What is the length of the longest part? The difference with this one, you've probably noticed, is that there are 3 pieces of string, and in the previous 3 questions we had 2 different things. That will make a difference to our bar model, and you're probably shouting at your device or computer at the moment, of course we're going to need 3 parts to this. Yes. So let's reread it again. The first part is twice as long as the second part. The second part is twice as long as the third part. Let's draw our bar model. So we've got the first part, second part, third part. Let's work backwards. So the second part is twice as long as the third part. So twice as long, that means for every 1, this one has 2. But then also it said that the first part is twice as long as the second part, which means for every 1 this has 2. So this has got 2. So to make it twice as long, we have to have 4, because for every 1 part this has 2, it's got 2 parts, so 2 times 2 is 4. From here, it's pretty much the same process. We know that Elsa had, at the beginning, a 602 metre length of, I'm calling it string, it's wire, 602 metre length of wire. And we're going to share it between all the parts to find out each part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 602 divided by 7. 7's into 6 we can't do, so move that along. 7's into 60, well 7 times 8 is 56, which means we have 4 left over. And 7 times 6 is 42. So that means that the third piece of string is the shortest at 86. The second is 2 lots of 86. And the first piece of string is the longest, 4 lots of 86. Okay. Because there's a few different parts to subtract, I think this one will be quicker to use multiplication, because we've only got to multiply 4 times 86 to get our answer. So 86 multiplied by 4. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 8 is 32 plus that. So that first piece of string, or wire, sorry, is 344 meters in length. How did you do? Well done. Here are some questions for you to have a go at on your own. Pause the video now so that you've got them there to work through. I will go through the answers tomorrow in another video. When you've finished those ones, here is an extension activity for you to think about. First one, I've drawn a bar model and I've put 24 in each of those parts. So I'd like you to think of a story, a word problem like the ones we've done already, that would match that. And then there's a blank bar model at the bottom that I'd like you to come up with your own stories, and you can add those to the comments box on the page, and I'm very interested in hearing your stories. Hopefully this video was of use, and I look forward to talking to you about these questions later on. Bye for now.